who it should communicate with. Who should it inform? Should it inform a project manager, a property manager? Should it inform the employee that, hey, you got paid and this was your pay and your deductions and so forth? Should it inform the owner of the business? Here's our cash balances today. So it can look up who to inform, and in a different format. So my assistant can send information in different formats. So you're going to distribute via my assistant. So this is just a canned profit report here out of the job cost system, but actually it's cost summary, sorry. But the reports can be a custom report that you put on your menu. The report can be one of the canned reports from Sage. Those reports you can send via my assistant. One of the keys when my assistant sends information is it can send it and it can personalize it. By that I mean it can filter the information for that recipient. So this is an example right here of someone sending out a pay statement, and in here this is a pre-canned statement that comes with my assistant, the report. You can have your own pay statement if you want, different formats, but this is personalized for the one person. It gets filtered just for that one individual. So if I go down here, I just see, you know, this one person's pay stub. Looks like Jeremy Peters here. That same concept of filtering information works with management reports. So for example, project managers would receive just information on their jobs, or property managers on their properties, or if you're sending things to vendors only receive their information. So one of the key elements with my assistant is it'll filter the content when it sends it. So A, look for information, B, look up who should be notified, and then C, filter and send information in attached PDFs, mail merge letters, spreadsheets. My assistant can generate spreadsheets and with your information Sage. Like here's a cost to complete example. We got quite a few people doing this where they send project managers cost to complete spreadsheets. This is a pre-built spreadsheet right out of my assistant, and they're live regular spreadsheets, formulas, and also if I go in here and enter information, it'll update my data. Let's put in a bigger number here. You can kind of see a change. So they're live spreadsheets here, again filtered by recipient. Hopefully you're kind of getting an idea here. like I said, the customers are using it all over the board. This is an example of an AR statement that we see people sending out. This is a pre-built task here again. Statement that gets, each customer receives their statement with their open items, you know, aged out and so forth. Any questions, Sherry? Sorry, so far, things that you might want to use. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's a no. So, how does all this get set up? So you get an idea of the kind of information you can get out of MyAssistant. Well, this is the software right here. And I mentioned before, MyAssistant comes with a bunch of these things we call tasks. So think of like giving your assistant a task. The easiest way to find these tasks, because there's hundreds of these, you can create your own, a little new button here. I'll show you that in a minute. Or you can turn these on. The easiest way to find these, we built search throughout the whole product. So easiest way to find these is, let's say I want to find something with, let's say I want to see past due invoices or something like that. Okay, that's meeting minutes. Let's just type in invoices. I'm just going to search for things that, you know, might be named that. And so I can go in here and I can find, okay, invoices that are older than a specified number of days. Let's say I want to see what this one does. So I can activate it. So I'm going to click the activate button. I'm going to activate it. When I do this, a little wizard opens, and it comes in, and it's going to step me through just turning this task on. So the first question it asks is, invoices older than how many days? I'm going to leave it at 30. I can schedule this to run automatically. So that's one of the really cool things about MyAssistant is you don't have to stay on top of this stuff. You can schedule each of these items to run automatically, and you know, have them run every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, have them run first of the month, what have you. If you run multiple Timberline data folders, you can run across multiple Timberline data folders as well. So here I'm going to run it just on one data folder. Now this window's kind of busy. We know that. Here's where I actually define what gets sent out. Okay, so I can come in, grab something out of my Outlook address book, and so I'm going to send it to Mitch here. I could come in and say, look up the customer using something called an email directory. I can say, just maybe send the customer a list of past invoices. Put the subject line in, and then this right here is that body in the email. Remember in the emails I showed you these lists? Well, the way you create those, you just drag and drop information. This is your Sage database on the right. So when I come in here again, I can search for various pieces of information. So maybe I wanted a phone number. I can just type in phone, and it's going to come up and show me the different fields in Sage that store phone numbers. So I want telephone right here, and I'm going to drag that over here to the customer where I want it. I can do a whole bunch of things here, resize and total, and so on a total this column right here, I can just say sum this up, and so forth. Okay? So you can just drag these things in here to create these lists. The last two steps, you can kind of ignore these for now. And that's it. Okay, I've activated the task. That's turned on, it's scheduled. I just ran it. It found 38 AR invoices that met my condition. In a second, I'm getting an email. So this thing's turned on, it's rolling. We do some installs. We help some business partners out with some installs, and it's pretty common the day you install it that we turn on 2 or 3 of these tasks and people start receiving emails right that day. And normally it's, you know, a couple-hour venture. I just got that email just sent to me. So getting up and running is pretty quick. Install it, start activating these tasks, seeing what they're doing. if you like this, you say, oh, that's great, but maybe I wanted to see the last payment date. Well, you open it back up. You open it back up. You go to that email step that I was on right here, and then I can drag in whatever information I want here. I can change column headings. I can what have you. Another thing my assistant can do, I don't know if you see these little triangles here, but my assistant can notify you when something in Sage changes. So tell me when a pay rate and payroll changes, or somebody changes a vendor address, or what have you. You can be notified of that. I mentioned sending reports. I'll kind of show you how to do that. So if I were to come in here and say, let's say I want to send a report. Here again, I would recommend using the search. So I'm going to go down to maybe send project managers their reports. Okay. So I'm going to open this guy up here. I'm going to go to the email step. I'm not going to use this list here. I'm going to go up to this attachment. Here again, let your imagination flow. If there aren't any questions, I'll turn it back to Michael. Hopefully that gives you a good overview of my assistant. Michael, anything you'd like me to cover?
So Shari actually said, can we see an email, and can you send her a list? So I have the list that you sent me, the PDFs of all the predefined tasks that come with software. And could we get Shari an email?
Yeah, I can send. I'll send you all these emails. Yeah, I'll send you all these. You mean right now, or do you want these examples? I can send you all these examples. Is that what she wants?
I would just send I would send just a couple. I'd pick like two and send those over.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Sure. So send that we saw the email. So I guess, yeah. Okay. So you know what? We're just going to send over the list of the predefined tasks.
Okay. If you want these examples, yeah, if you want the examples, or Michael, if you want these examples, let me know. I'll just zip these up and send these over to you. We put them together just for people to see different examples so they can see how the system. Here again, this is just examples of, like, for example, here's a pay statement for vendors. And these are all pre-bill items. And so sometimes customers want to see, okay, what exactly would I be seeing? And this is an example of maybe what someone would be seeing when they pay vendors electronically. So I will do that. Okay.
Does the pay statement integrate with payroll?
Absolutely. All of this integrates with Sage. As I mentioned before, we were actually on the team that built Sage software. We're a spinoff of Timberline, the company is that built it, and we've worked on, actually I designed payroll and job costs and AP and report designer and a few other applications. So yes, integrates very, very tightly. It integrates with your Sage security, your Sage report menus. You even can run this here in the Sage desktop, where you can go in and see your notifications and so forth in the Sage desktop. Yes, great question. Really good question. So, but it integrates with all your Sage modules except PO. Doesn't work with PO. It works with SM, AR contracts, payroll, AP, GL.
Hey Dennis, here's a quick question for you. I know currently as the software runs, we can only send emails out of the software. Do you ever anticipate the opportunity to potentially send text messages?
We've looked at that, and you actually can email to text. I can show you how to do that.
So that would be an option.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I will say this though, so we can do that with our Sage paperless software, and the one issue we ran into was people were getting too many text messages, so they got a little upset by it. Right.
It's a balance.
So
we're working with a client right now in the East Coast, and this client's going crazy. She probably has maybe 100 tasks set up. The president's going crazy with the product, and people in the company are saying, "Hold on, you're so you have to be prudent." And that's another reason why we allow you to filter things first. So the list you get, like here, this is an example. Don't send me all my jobs. Just send me jobs that have been billed. And so instead of me looking through a big report to find jobs that haven't been billed, just give me in this case, 4 jobs that have been billed. And so that's what people are kind of liking there. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, so it looks like there's not.
Okay. You have that list, right, Michael? The list of tasks. I will get these emails, send them over to you. You can drop them in your folder. What guys do? Just drop them in a folder here, like examples. You can, you'll have them, or you can send them to clients as well as examples.
All right, wonderful. Well, Dennis, as always, I really appreciate you doing this presentation for me and letting me record it and everything. Look forward to having you on our next MyAssistant webinar. And if any questions pop up, please feel free to email them to me or over to Cornerstone, and we'll get them answered for you. Thanks, everybody, so much, and have a nice day.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.